All right, what's up, guys? So, BBC News has uploaded a video titled Brian Cox Explains Quantum Mechanics in 60 Seconds. Yeah, bro, quantum mechanics, stuff like that. That's that area of life where I'm like, it's probably for the best that I don't get involved. And I mean, it would be dope to like to know something, to learn something, new in things, but yeah, man, like if somebody based off of what I quote unquote know about quantum mechanics, yeah, somebody were to approach me and be like, I gotta go to a classroom and explain quantum mechanics, for like $1 million, it'll probably go something along the lines like, yeah, so quantum mechanics, because quantum is already complex. You add mechanics into the mix, they're gonna be looking at me like, bro, what is he talking about? And then yeah, they get to the end of the classroom, but I'm like, and that's quantum mechanics. Questions. They were like, yeah, can you explain it? Can you elaborate, like, what is quantum mechanics? I'm like, bro, get up out the classroom. Like, get up out the classroom. Like, that don't even make no sense why you got to question people. And it's like, I just gave you a whole explanation on it and stuff. So, yeah, man, it's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, baby, this would be that video that I would watch prior before I would teach that class. But, yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. Make sure if you guys haven't, go subscribe to BBC News for more videos like this. And with that being said,
Brian Cox, without hesitation, repetition, or deviation, can you please explain for us as succinctly as possible? I have a timer here. The rules of quantum mechanics. Your time starts now.
Well, the most basic version I know of is Feynman's version, which essentially says particles are particles and they hop from place to place with a particular probability. And the probability that a particle that's at some place will be at some different place later is given by a very simple rule. It uses a quantity called the action, which is to do with the mass of the particle and the time and the distance. So you basically calculate these little.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Like, it's one of those things where I'm like, I would try to remember this video because I think I'm gonna need a more complex, like where it elaborates like a chat GPT answer, where it's like I'm getting a list of like, because that's how I usually, like, I can't learn things that fast. So yeah, I need like a book. I need stuff where I'm like, okay, like I can, or at least like quantum mechanics being like mixed in with something that I'm interested in. So I feel like that's how you really gotta like look at quantum mechanics. And it's like it will be a difficult process, but I think like the best way of trying to learn something like quantum mechanics is that you have to like place it in environments that you're a fan of, so you could get like a better understanding of it. So yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, like I guess for an example, like how could quantum mechanics be involved with sneakers or video games or music, stuff like that. Because yeah, how he's explaining it, I'm like, yeah, bruh, I still ain't learned. This is when I would be like, okay, let me. And I'm not saying that his explanation is bad, like he hasn't even finished, but still, it's one of those things where I'm like, I would need a more complex answer, I guess, to get like a better understanding.
Quantities, which are to do with something called the action, and you add them up. So if I start with an electron in one corner of the room and I say, what's the probability at some time later it'll be somewhere else? Then at every point in the room, you can assign a probability that it will be there at a later point with one simple rule, and that's it. Now, this is called the path integral formulation of quantum mechanics. That underlies everything else. You can get the rest from that. So it's a simple rule. It says, what's the probability a particle will move from A to B? That's it.
I'll stop the timer then. Very good. Well, under a minute.
Yeah, like that's one of those things where I'm raising my hand. I'm like, okay, so I'm still stuck on question one. Like but I guess like to an extent, like I get what he's saying, because I don't know, I'm trying to like, based off of like how he explained it, it's like I'm kind of like thinking of like how Earth, like I guess like how like yeah, like I feel like quantum mechanics, like because yeah, so it's like, it's supposed to, or not, like it's not supposed to, but like I guess A will be in a different spot or something like that. And yeah, I guess like, yeah, it's like Earth, like how it like rotates. I feel like that, yeah, there's probably been some sort of explanations with Earth's movement and quantum mechanics and stuff. So yeah, but it's still, it's one of those things where it's like I think it needs to more so be explained in what that person is interested in, so you could get a better understanding of it and stuff. So I think, yeah, if I was a teacher, I definitely, like, if I had like knowledge of quantum mechanics, and that they asked, or yeah, and then they asked me to like, okay, explain this to a classroom, I definitely be like going around like, okay, so what are you into? And they were like, oh, I'm into cars. I'm like, okay, good. Like, that's a good thing to, I guess, like, if everybody's involved, I'm like, okay. So it's like, yeah, it's like, quantum mechanics, I guess, like, based on like how he worded it, that's how I definitely would use it, but like replacing some words with like cars and stuff. So, but yeah, it's still confusing. I've went into this video with the same knowledge I left out of with quantum mechanics, nothing. So anyways, but yeah, make sure if you guys haven't, go subscribe to BBC News. Yeah, definitely show love, show support, like, subscribe to me too, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.